Nintendo fans have been eagerly awaiting the next evolution of the Switch, and with numerous leaks and rumors circulating, the Nintendo Switch 2 is shaping up to be a major upgrade. Should you stick with the current Switch, go for the OLED version, or hold out for the next-gen model? Let's dive into everything we know so far about the Nintendo Switch 2, including specs, features, expected release date, and whether it's worth the wait. The current Switch lineup, standard versus OLED. The original Nintendo Switch launched in 2017, revolutionizing gaming with its hybrid console design. Players could enjoy their games both on the go and on a big screen, making it an instant hit. The standard Switch features a 6.2-inch LCD screen, while the Switch OLED, introduced in 2021, brings a significant upgrade with a stunning 7-inch OLED display. The improved screen offers deeper blacks, richer colors, and an overall more immersive experience for handheld gaming. Performance and battery life. Despite the visual upgrade, the Switch OLED and the standard model share the same NVIDIA Tegra X1 chip. This means performance remains identical, no FPS boosts or additional power. However, the OLED model does feature better stereo speakers and a slightly more efficient battery, lasting between 4.5 and 9 hours depending on the game. The Joy-Con drift issue. One of the biggest frustrations with the current Switch models is Joy-Con drift, where the controller registers movement even when not in use. This issue affects both the standard and OLED versions, with no permanent fix yet from Nintendo. The big question remains, will the Switch 2 finally resolve this problem? Nintendo Switch 2, leaked specs and features. Bigger and better display. According to leaks, the Nintendo Switch 2 will feature a 7.9-inch display, bigger than the OLED model. Whether this will be an OLED or LCD panel remains uncertain, but given Nintendo's history, they might release an LCD version first and upgrade to OLED later. Upgraded performance. Performance is expected to be a significant step forward. Reports suggest the Switch 2 will come equipped with a custom NVIDIA processor, 8 GB of RAM, and 64 GB of internal storage. It may also support 4K resolution when docked, offering next-gen graphics for Nintendo fans. New Joy-Con design. One of the most exciting rumors is that the Joy-Cons will attach magnetically instead of using sliding rails. If true, this could finally put an end to the infamous Joy-Con drift issue that has plagued the Switch since its release. Backward compatibility. Great news for existing Switch owners, the Switch 2 is expected to support backward compatibility. This means your current Switch game library should work on the new console. However, a question remains regarding physical cartridges. If Nintendo changes the game card slot, older games might require an adapter. What about third-party games? One of the Switch's biggest struggles has been running third-party titles. While first-party Nintendo games like Mario and Zelda perform well, games like The Witcher 3 and Hogwarts Legacy often suffer from performance issues. With the rumored upgraded chipset, RAM, and storage, the Switch 2 could handle third-party games much better. Imagine playing Elden Ring or Grand Theft Auto 6 on a Switch without major compromises. This could make Nintendo a stronger competitor against PlayStation and Xbox. Possible release date and pricing. Nintendo has not officially announced the Switch 2 yet, but leaks suggest a late 2024 or early 2025 launch. Price speculation places it between $399 and $499, aligning it with the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition and the Steam Deck. If Nintendo can keep the price under $400, it would be a game-changer in the market. Expected games for Switch 2. A new console launch wouldn't be complete without a strong lineup of games. Some rumored titles that could launch with the Switch 2 include Mario Kart 9, the first new Mario Kart game since 2014. A new 3D Mario game, possibly a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey. Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom Deluxe, an enhanced next-gen version of the latest Zelda. Metroid Prime 4, long in development, perfect for a next-gen release. Pokémon Legends sequel, a follow-up to Pokémon Legends, Arceus in an open-world format. Should you wait for the Switch 2? If you love handheld gaming and want an upgrade now, the Switch OLED remains a solid choice with its superior screen and sound quality. However, if you're looking for a performance boost and next-gen capabilities, waiting for the Switch 2 might be the better move. With improved graphics, better third-party support, and potential 4K resolution, it could be Nintendo's biggest leap forward yet. What do you think? Will you stick with your current Switch, upgrade to the OLED, or wait for the Switch 2? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more Nintendo updates. Switch OLED versus standard Switch, is the upgrade worth it? In 2021, Nintendo introduced the Switch OLED, featuring a 7-inch OLED screen that offers deeper blacks, richer colors, and an overall sharper display. This upgrade makes handheld gaming feel more premium compared to the original 6.2-inch LCD screen. However, performance-wise, the Switch OLED and the standard model are identical, both running on the NVIDIA Tegra X1 chip. While there's no FPS boost or additional power, the Switch OLED does have improved stereo speakers for a more immersive sound experience. Battery life remains similar between the two models, lasting between 4.5 to 9 hours, depending on the game. If you primarily play in handheld mode, the OLED is a worthy upgrade, but if you mostly game while docked, the standard Switch still holds up well. The persistent Joy-Con drift issue. One major problem that continues to plague the Switch and Switch OLED is Joy-Con drift. This frustrating issue causes the controller to register movement even when not being touched, affecting gameplay, especially in precision-based games like Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. Unfortunately, Nintendo has yet to introduce a permanent hardware fix for this, and both existing Switch models are still affected. The question remains, will the Switch 2 finally solve this problem? Nintendo Switch 2 rumors, specs, and features. According to recent leaks, the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to come with several significant improvements. Larger display, a 7.9-inch screen, making it even bigger than the Switch OLED. Improved performance, a custom NVIDIA processor with enhanced graphics capabilities. Increased memory and storage, 8 GB RAM and 64 GB storage for smoother gameplay and better multitasking. 4K support. The console may support 4K resolution when docked, bringing it closer to next-gen gaming standards. Redesigned Joy-Cons. Some rumors suggest that the new Joy-Cons might attach magnetically instead of sliding on rails, which could finally eliminate Joy-Con drift. Backward compatibility. The Switch 2 is expected to support existing Switch games, meaning players won't have to repurchase their favorite titles. Nintendo has not officially announced a release date yet, but leaks suggest early 2025 launch. If you can wait a bit longer, the Switch 2 could offer a substantial performance boost, 4K graphics, and improved hardware, making it a game-changing upgrade for Nintendo fans. Are you planning to buy the Switch